What is up everyone, and as the 2021 started, the new upcoming horror games of 2021. They're gonna release them really soon and we just had some glimpse and everything, the trailers and this and that. These are the most anticipated horror games of 2021. Each year brings with a fresh batch of horror games to frighten us, which is true. 2020 was no different. 2021 was kinda scary in its all, but there were many great horror games released in 2020, including some of brand new IP as well as new entries in well-established franchises. However, 2021, my boys, is set to be an even bigger year for the horror games. There are quite a few big horror games releasing in 2021, ranging from big budget titles to smaller scale games that way proved to be sleeper hits. 2021's horror games include single-player fright tests and cooperative experiences, ensuring that there's a little something for horror fans of all kinds. Ensuring that there's a little of something for everyone in these upcoming horror games. Back 4 Blood is one of them. Turtle Rock Studios put itself on the map with the critically acclaimed Left 4 Dead, and while the studio has put out some high quality work since then, it has yet to reach those game heights. But while Turtle Rock isn't making Left 4 Dead 3, the studio is creating a spiritual successor in the form of Back 4 Blood, which is likely the closest thing to Left 4 Dead 3, so we can experience these games so much. Back 4 Blood looks and plays almost exactly like Left 4 Dead game, but with a vastly improved graphics, more zombie types, and the new playable characters already available in closed alpha from Back 4 Blood's proper release. It's scheduled to take place this coming summer. Of course, how can this list be without Dying Light 2? Dying Light 2 gameplay presentations have all been fairly impressive so far, with praise to given game's open world, branching narrative, and zombie slaying gameplay. Originally announced during Microsoft's E3 2018 press conference, new information on Dying Light 2 has been slowed down in recent times, though the game is still expected to launch at some point later this year. More Dying Light 2 information has already been teased for 2021, so we should keep our fingers crossed that we will learn about this awesome open world parkour zombie slaying everything. This game is so promising. I really cannot wait for this game. Of course, Little Nightmares 2 is here as well. The original title, Little Nightmares, was generally well received by critics and horror gaming fans, who were impressed by its macabre, Tim Burton-esque art style, disturbing imagery, and solid platforming puzzle gameplay. Little Nightmares 2 looks as though it will be just as creepy as the original game, featuring new characters for us to encounter and terrifying new locations to explore. A Little Nightmares 2 demo is available for us to try if we want to taste before the game's proper release next month. The Medium, one of the first major horror games of 2021, is Blooper's team The Medium. Blooper's team is trying to establish itself as one of the premier video game developers. When it comes to horror titles, The Medium may very well help it accomplish that goal. A deviation from Blooper Team's typical brand of first-person horror games, The Medium instead takes inspiration from classic survival horror titles like Silent Hill, all the while utilizing the next-gen only gimmick, where we will be able to explore two versions of the same place at the same time. The medium status as an Xbox Series X console exclusive, so we won't be able to play on PC or PS5. Oh, this trailer gave me so much chills. The Outlast Trials. Over the past decade, the Outlast series has earned a well-deserved reputation for being one of the scariest franchises on the market. All of the Outlast games released so far have been notable for their ability to genuinely scare us. I mean, you know, that Big Papa in the first game, when he started chasing you or the doctor, it was so frightening. They make such a claustrophobic maps and atmospheric, and you get really into that game, into the character's head. The Outlast Trials is going in a way different direction, embracing multiplayer gameplay over the single player content that we will have to come expect from the series. Not much has been shown of the Outlast Trials so far, but developer Red Barrels is hoping to release it at some point of this year, with a proper Outlast 3 to follow at some point later on. Rainbow Six Quarantine. Tactical shooter series Rainbow Six has been known to keep itself mostly grounded in reality, but that's going to change with the upcoming Rainbow Six Quarantine. Rainbow Six Quarantine will build on the foundation of Rainbow Six Siege to deliver a 3-player co-op shooter where we will have to contend with alien parasites. The Rainbow Six franchise has never really ventured into the horror game genre in the past, but Ubisoft Montreal's track record of delivering high-quality, well-received games speaks for itself. Where do I start with this game? Resident Evil 8. The following several entries that were more action-oriented, Resident Evil 7 took Capcom's premier franchise back to its survival horror roots, as you may know. Capcom is now following up Resident Evil 7 with the upcoming Resident Evil 8, set launch later this year for next-gen platforms. Serving as a direct sequel to Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 8 once again features protagonist Ethan Winters, that son of a bitch that cries for his, girl. He's kind of a simp, but fuck it, as he finds himself up against all kinds of horrific monstrosities. The setting of this game is a rural European village, where fans can expect to run into everything from traditional Resident Evil monsters to werewolves. Longtime Resident Evil hero Chris Redfield will also be appearing in Resident Evil 8, though his exact role in the story has yet to be revealed. Rumor has it that the Resident Evil 8 release date will be at some point of April, so it's likely Capcom will reveal more about the highly anticipated survival horror game soon. Returnal is a very interesting horror game. Housemarque is best known for stylish twin-stick shooter games, most of which have been relatively small in scale. Next project is something that's much bigger in scope, with 2021's Returnal serving as a big-budget third-person shooter. Described as a psychological horror game, Returnal is a game where players have to explore a bizarre alien planet while stuck in a time loop. Like Housemarque's previous games, Returnal makes use of bright, colorful lights, but those eye-popping visuals are being paired with some dread-inducing imagery. Scorn was first announced all the way back in 2016, but it's finally expected to launch in 2021. a sci-fi horror game that's set to be an Xbox Series X exclusive, but the latest reviews said that it's gonna be available for PC as well. Scorn uses sexually charged imagery to disturb players, a technique seen in similar media like Alien franchise. Scorn is otherwise a first-person shooter that has players exploring grotesque alien world. Scorn looks like it will be one of the most visually disturbing games released in quite some time, so it should be a good choice for horror fans who can stomach it. So these are the most anticipated horror games of 2021. There are a few more, but these ones caught my eye. I think the trailers and everything, these are gonna be, those games that make you wanna shit your pants or, something like that. And thank you everyone so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comments what you think about this video. And like this video, of course, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye bye everyone.